What is going on, everybody? We're back again with another video, and in today's video I will be going over the MMXMTrader's Twitter model combined with the Asian session model, and it will be a trade breakdown of AUDJPY market maker buy model. Before we get into the video, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Propformatch and also announcing that I will be giving away 3 10K challenge accounts with my Flash funding. And if you want to enter into that giveaway, the link will be in the description of this video. So go click on that so you can enter for a chance to win. Now, this is pretty much a one-stop shop for when it comes to looking for any reliable prop firm in the space. And as you guys know, the stuff that we're going through right now, it is kind of hard to find some place that you could trust to put your money into to actually rely and get a payout from. Now, with this website, you can literally customize the challenge that you want in the evaluation to legitimately anything that you would like. Now, I could choose Forex, futures, stocks, crypto, indices, commodities, any sort of account size, all the way up to 500K and as little as 5K. You could do a customization of the number of steps, instant, 1-step, 2-step, 3-step, and then automatically it will apply the discount that they have running for those exact prop firms with the exact specifications that you picked. Now, this is definitely something that I figured was very important to me, was the reviews tab. It's not just any review that anyone could come on here and just write some random testimonial. In order to leave a review, you have to have had bought an account, passed the account, and also have received a payout in order to legitimately leave that review for that company. Now, let me just click on one of these and I'll just choose FTMO because it's one of the most well-known and been around the longest. You can literally see the person that has passed the account, their profit split, the account size, the steps, and how long they've been funded for, and all that sort of jazz. When you're looking for a reputable company to put your money into, this website will definitely provide you the clarity that you need based off of all the other people that have been funded with that exact company. So having exposure to this should definitely clear up the nerves to actually believing that once you pass the account, you'll receive the payout that you've worked so hard to get for. Something that is also cool that they have is an exclusive offers tab that the prop firm is currently offering to the customers, so you can browse and pick and choose what you can find to be the cheapest just using code MATCH at checkout. Now, one last thing, if you click these 3 lines right here and you scroll down, you click the loyalty program. I thought this was pretty cool because basically whenever you purchase an account with them, they give you a certain amount of points, and once you get enough points, you can redeem them for different benefits, like even a free account. Now, if you are interested or like what you see on the website to find an actually trusted prop firm with valid reviews, you could use the link that is in the description of this video, and it'll provide you double the amount of points for every challenge that you get, so you can work your way up to getting and redeeming that free account as soon as you possibly can. Now, before getting into the charts, I wanted to show you guys a seasonality of Australian dollar, and if you look closely here, we have us going into Q2 and starting the month of April. And as you can see, based off of the 5, the 15, and the 36 year, we have typically a bullish open to the month. My idea is to lean towards anything that is Australian dollar cross to be bullish and looking for longs. And switching to the seasonality chart of the Japanese yen, I have the start of April based off of the 5, the 15, and the 40 year. The opening of April tends to be a bearish open. If we're trading AUDJPY and Australian dollar tends to be bullish and the yen tends to be bearish, then that would mean a smooth, energetic run to buy side for AUDJPY. Now getting into the chart. As always, you know that I start off with naked charts. I have the daily for AUDJPY on the left and the daily for NZDJPY on the right. It's correlated asset. I wanted you guys to mark up your charts to make sure that what I have on mine can match what you potentially have yours. Now, before I go to the next, mark up your charts and see if you can match what I have. On the left, as you can see, we have a dealing range having its energetic move, taking out this external range high. And then price retraces, and we have this daily internal range liquidity pool that we reach down into. That price on the daily chart has been more so consolidating inside of. And at the same time, NZD has been extremely weak, and it traded down into this daily internal range liquidity pool that we've been consolidating inside of as well. But if you look closely, you could see the correlated lows that we have SMT divergence in inside of that higher time frame key level. So already, based off of my checklist that I've shared with you guys before in the past, we need price to reach a higher time frame key level, which we did on the daily chart, and we need SMT divergence in that higher time frame key level. We checked off 1 and 2. Now, if you look even closer, because this is the new twist that we have on here, we have the daily candle on Tuesday, running Monday's low. So we have this low run of previous daily low and the energetic displacement after the fact here. But we also created SMT again when AUDJPY made the lower low and then NZDJPY made the higher low. We're going to pay attention and obviously watch a move from internal to this first external range target, and then hopefully in the future we can take out this external range high and this external range high as well. But our first low hanging fruit objective point will be Monday's high. Now, utilizing our time frame alignment, we go from our daily to our 1 hour, and this is a zoomed in view of the reaction off of that daily internal range liquidity pool. Mark up your charts, see what you have on your hourly compared to what I have on mine. Here's my hourly chart with my annotations. What we're going to be focusing on is price action after we have the start of Asia session. Because if you know, in the Asian session model, what we look for is a run on buy stops or sell stops after that 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time open. And we had that here on AUDJPY running that previous daily low at the open of 8 p.m. And after that tag of previous daily low, we had price push up, moving aggressively higher. And on NZDJPY, as you can see, price had SMT making the higher low. But since the daily was giving me that easier picture and strength, given the fact that we are stronger on AUD compared to NZD, I was preferred long on AUDJPY. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you guys through step by step and show you what was going through my mind and how I took action after the reaction of price taking out previous daily low on AUDJPY on an M5 chart. Coming back to the open of Asia session, what we obviously look for, again, that M15 run on buy stops. And we got that here running the previous daily low. And like I said, on the comparison of NZDJPY, this was a lower low compared to NZD making the higher low. After the run on these stops, I wanted to see price energetically displays higher. And if you're looking to set yourself up for a long position, you always want to be looking to buy below the open of the daily candle. And what I was looking for is any sort of setup that I could position myself in below that 98,414 daily open. And since we were going from a daily chart to a 1 hour, I wanted to drop to the M5 to frame my entry. And here you can see that what I was using as a reference point was after price took out that low with this down close candle at 8 o'clock, price energetically displaced higher, closing above that body high. I was able to use this as a high probability bullish order block that took out liquidity and then closed above. This was used as my first entry point for a long position to scale in to push up to that external range liquidity pool target. And as you can see, we're still in a position where we can long because we are below the daily open of that candle. And you guys can see the results here is after price tagged that high probability bullish order block, we had price move aggressively to our first target that we could use when price runs that previous daily low and we have that SMT at the lows. Our first target, our low-hanging fruit objective point, was the hourly bearish fair value gap that I took off a big chunk of my position for a low-hanging fruit objective point. And you could see price, when we buy below the daily open, that's where we want to position ourselves for our long position. And after price reached this objective point was when I put my position and my trade to break even, and I just let my swing trade go overnight risk-free. Now what I'll do here is I will show you a naked chart of the entire trading day for Asia, London, and into New York to show you guys how price did play out. Now before showing you guys the annotated chart as to what I had for the market maker buy model and the reach for our external targets during the New York session, annotate this chart on the M5, see if it can match what you have, what I show you guys on the next slide. Now giving you guys the full display as to how I depicted price moving from Asia session into the New York session. You can see here that it was the actual clean delivery of a market maker buy model. Once price ran the previous daily low and we had the stops ran at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we created the SMT divergence with NZDJPY on the daily, indicating that AUD was stronger than NZD. And we had the energetic move off of the order block. That was our first initial entry point. We took partials at that hourly bearish gap that was resting here. During London, we had more so of a consolidation period, and we had price move up, creating a failure swing, relative equal highs. That was also not SMT divergence with NZD. Once we got into the New York session, price retraced into discount this hourly bullish fair value gap. We created SMT divergence with NZD here. After we reached that hourly internal range liquidity pool, we wanted to go from hourly internal to external range. This relative equal high draw, and price pushed up again off of the same sort of reference point that I used here at the open of Asia, price sweeping these lows. Our last down close candle, we closed above it, and we use it as a reference point to deliver us higher. Once price closed above this up close candle, what have I taught you guys in previous videos? That up close candles on the sell side of the curve can be used as mitigation blocks on the buy side of the curve. We created a fair value gap inside of that mitigation block. This was used as a silver bullet institutional order flow entry drill, delivering us to the final target for the day, capping us out for AUDJPY, and we still have a runner in place for external range targets. Now, I shared the full breakdown and 3 displayed pictures from the daily, the 1 hour to the M5 on Twitter. This was all through the TheMMXMTrader's Asian session model, and the twist was the tweet that he shared with us when price runs previous daily high or low. You could use a draw to an hourly internal range liquidity pool, which was my first initial partial point, that hourly bearish fair value gap. You look for the M15 stop hunt, which is what we got. That was our SMT divergence that we had with NZD-JPY, and we looked for a long below the daily open. And that is exactly what we did, and you can see how simplistic and how easy it is to really frame your daily bias on just simple external and internal range liquidity draw points. Now, I hope this video was helpful. If you guys are interested, he is dropping a course that is coming out with new models and new information that has helped me tremendously in my trading. I will have the link to his socials as well, so give him a follow and stay tuned for that. But again, thank you guys all for watching. I appreciate you all, and I will see you again in the next upload.